This is the second hearing on a major initiative of this committee, our effort to examine how we get drugs, devices, and treatments from the discovery process through the regulatory process and into the medicine cabinets and doctors' offices. I'd like to begin today by telling a story that illustrates why we're doing this and why it's important to get a result. Just last week, Ginger Birnbaum from Chattanooga visited my office and told me about her 3-year-old son, King. King has cystic fibrosis, and today there's no medicine to treat his form of the disease. King's family must simply treat his symptoms. His older sister, Virginia, who is 6, helps set up his feeding tube at night since the disease doesn't allow him to digest and absorb the nutrients he needs. She walks with her friends to help raise money to try to raise funds and research. They left me with their Christmas card with the children on it. There's good news for some cystic fibrosis patients. We heard about it when the President announced his precision medicine initiative at the White House. There's a drug that can actually treat the underlying cause of cystic fibrosis in just about 9% of cases. This drug, the first personalized drug for cystic fibrosis, was approved in 2012, 3 months after the developer of the drug submitted to the FDA a new drug application. That's the good news. The bad news is that it took 15 years from discovery to the FDA door. It also took another 3 years from that approval in 2012 to approve the same drug for children 2 to 5 years old. The same company is currently studying other therapies for different forms of cystic fibrosis. If all goes well, King, the child I was talking about, could have a drug that treats his form of cystic fibrosis soon. My question is, what can we do here in Congress to help shorten that process? Or if that drug isn't successful, what can we do to shorten the discovery and development process so that King doesn't have to wait another 15 to 18 years for the next personalized medicine? Earlier this month, we heard from Dr. Collins, the head of NIH, and Dr. Hamburg, the Food and Drug Administration Commissioner. They provided insights into what NIH and FDA have been doing to try to improve the discovery, research, and development and regulatory processes from the government perspective. Today, our goal is to hear from the researchers and the innovators that interact with NIH and FDA and can tell us, in their opinion, how is this working and what are potential solutions. I found the best ideas often come from outside Washington. So the witnesses today are from outside Washington. Senator Murray and I have agreed on them. We call this a bipartisan hearing for that reason, and it represents much of the biomedical research and development system. We'll hear from the academic who makes the discovery, from the venture capital community who funds further development, from a company who takes discoveries through the regulatory process and makes them for patients. We'll also hear from a group that's been studying how to improve the discovery and development process, from improving clinical trial efficiency to creating a more predictable FDA. We plan to hear from patients and their families like King throughout this process as well. I'm looking forward to the hearing today about how to decrease red tape and administrative burden. We'll hear about exciting new technologies. One of our goals is to make sure the FDA and others are ready for these technological advancements. Senator Burr and I released a white paper in January that looked at the process of getting drugs and devices from discovery to medicine cabinet, and much of what the report covered is relevant here today. We found that medical products take more time and money to discover, develop, and reach the American patients than ever before. We also found the FDA has struggled to regulate the most cutting-edge medical products. This disparity between the pace of scientific discovery and FDA scientific knowledge is threatening America's position as a global leader in medical innovation. We reported that the venture capital community is shifting investments away from early-stage drugs and devices as a result of increasing regulatory burden and uncertainty. We also found that the countries across the globe have sought to capitalize on America's shrinking competitive advantage in the biomedical space. These are big challenges that are slowing down the process for getting the cutting-edge innovations we're discovering into the medicine cabinet and the doctor's office. The NIH and FDA must keep pace with today's cutting-edge scientific advancements. I'm looking forward to hearing your unique perspectives on these challenges and others you see as standing in the way of innovation. I'm especially interested in your ideas about how to solve these problems. Senator Murray.